Today's our special Walmart Wednesday episode where we invite an expert on, and he and I are actually going to break down some live Walmart listings to see what's working and what's not working on them. We're going to talk about keyword research, Walmart advertising, and even some cool hacks on how to see what kind of attributes your competitors are in. How cool is that? Pretty cool, I think. Are you browsing a Shopify, Walmart, Etsy, Alibaba, or Pinterest page and maybe you see a cool product that you want to get some more data on? Well, while you're on those pages, you can actually use the Helium 10 Chrome extension Demand Analyzer to get instant data about what's happening on Amazon for those keywords on these other websites. Or maybe you want to then follow up and get an actual supplier quote from a company on Alibaba.com in order to see if you can get this product produced. You can do that also with the Helium 10 Demand Analyzer. Both of these are part of the Helium 10 Chrome extension, which you can download for free at h10.me/extension. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Serious Sellers Podcast by Helium 10. I'm your host, Bradley Sutton, and this is the show that is our Walmart Wednesday show of the month, where we do an episode live dedicated to Walmart. It's important, here in 2023, we feel that, more Amazon sellers who are selling in the US start considering selling on Walmart as well, because, we've talked about it a lot. We have a new series, Project Expansion. We're actually documenting bringing an Amazon seller who had never sold on Walmart and showing you the step-by-step, Carrie and Chevalier showing you step-by-step how to get them set up on the Walmart platform. So if you guys want to check out that video series, just go to our YouTube channel after this and check out, type in Helium 10 Project Expansion, and you'll be able to see, the step-by-step. They've got about 4 episodes up so far, and they'll have some more up soon. But if you have not taken the leap yet, we highly recommend doing it. And we also, for those of you already selling on Walmart, we realize that you guys might have some questions on things as well, on how to set up. So every month we invite experts like me. I don't know much about selling on Walmart, so I couldn't be able to sit here and do it and ask me anything. So this month we have an expert from Vendo, and that's Mark Jordan. We're going to go ahead and bring him on to the show. Mark, how's it going?
Hey, Bradley. How's it going? Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here. So where are you at right now? Where are you located?
Yeah, so I am currently in Miami, Florida, actually. I just moved here in October.
Oh, where'd you move from?
I moved from Hoboken, New Jersey.
Okay.
Which,
so you're East Coast, all about the East Coast, huh?
Yeah, from the East Coast, from Pennsylvania. But was in Hoboken because that's where the old Walmart e-commerce office was.
Oh, okay. All right. And tell me about your where did you go to college at? Where was it, in New Jersey?
So I went to a school called Marist. It's in Poughkeepsie, New York. It's about an hour and a half.
Got a good basketball team sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah.
Yep. I don't know the mascot there. I always try and know the mascots, but what's the Marist mascot?
The Red Fox.
The Red Fox. Ooh, I like that. That's pretty cool. All right. And then what did you study about e-commerce or entrepreneurship or what business? What was your major over there?
Yeah, so my major is information technology and systems. Okay. So it was kind of like IT, computer science, business related in that realm. Yeah.
And so how did you get into e-commerce? Did you ever sell yourself, or you just went directly to working for an agency, or how did that happen?
Yeah. So during college, I started with e-commerce a little bit, playing around in college. I created my own lip balm company. Actually, I was hand making it in my dorm room, and I used to sell it through Etsy on that e-commerce platform. That's where I think my entryway into e-commerce. But with Walmart specifically and other e-commerce platforms, I was recruited to go work for Walmart e-commerce during the last semester of my senior year of college. And so that's really where I began.
Now, how long have you been here at Vendo?
So I've been with Vendo almost 3 years.
And has it always been for Walmart, or have you been, did you do Amazon too?
Yeah, so I primarily focus all on the Walmart side. In the last probably, it's a year and a half, 2 years since I've been with Vendo, I've played a more dedicated role specifically to the Walmart marketplace. So we do also manage, brands and clients on the 1P side. We're very connected with the store side with our sister company Team Direct as well. But I specifically focus on the Walmart marketplace side.
What are some of your most successful clients? Like, how much are they doing on Walmart? Like, are these newer sellers, or you've got some 6-figure sellers? Are there any 7-figure Walmart sellers that you work with?
Yeah, great question, right? Everyone wants to know kind of what the size of the prize on Walmart is, especially coming from Amazon. Most of the clients, so we work with clients on Amazon too. I don't touch that business, but those clients on Amazon are, some of them are doing, multi-million months, right? However, when we come to Walmart and they're launching from scratch, they don't have that maybe, brand exposure on Walmart. It's quite different, right? We've seen brands anywhere from probably 1 to maybe 20% of Amazon volume on Walmart. The platform is different. The brand exposure is different. The customer is different. So that may give you a little direction there on kind of what we see.
What's one of the struggles that Walmart, your clients have? Is it how the PPC system, the Walmart advertising is not as advanced yet as Amazon? They're used to a lot more, capabilities. Is it WFS? Are people having problems with WFS? But what's the biggest pain point you think that Walmart sellers are facing these days?
Yeah, there's quite a few. If you're in any of the Walmart Marketplace Facebook groups, people are kind of complaining all day about the different problems with Walmart. Some of the issues, just the portal itself is very clunky. It's not super user friendly. It has its own issues. Walmart search has a lot of issues. People not being able to find their products in search. The Walmart algorithm for selecting items for their product types is really crazy. Actually, just getting onto Walmart, being approved, can be a whole process in itself. They have a pretty strict approval process, and a lot of times your average seller may not understand how to really go ahead and resolve that. So actually just getting on the platform itself could be an issue.
I know it was very difficult before for foreign businesses to get started on Walmart USA, but I've heard that it's getting a little bit easier. Do you have any foreign clients that are based overseas who are having success on Walmart, or is pretty much everybody US based?
I'd say everyone that we work with is US based. However, yeah, it has gotten easier to get onto the platform for sure.
Launch these days on Walmart. Let's say I'm not like Nike or some of some brand that already has tons of branded searches, right? I'm just like a regular Amazon seller, maybe not even $1 million Amazon seller, but I want to get started on Walmart. On Amazon these days is pretty much all like kind of PPC only launch, like there's no more, search, find, buys and things like that. What are you doing for your customers to get on page 1 for a brand new Walmart listing?
Yeah, great question. So a lot of the brands that we're working with are typically, disruptive kind of direct to consumer brands who have done well on Amazon and they're ready to kind of maybe go to Walmart. And there could be reasons why they're going to Walmart. Maybe they're expanding their, sales channels, or maybe it's kind of something that they need to do to get in store. And so depending on the goal, right, of what we need to do. But the first thing is getting on the platform and, optimizing the listings. I know others have talked about this, your content quality scores and the pieces that break down into that. So super important, especially when you're transferring over any maybe imagery or copy from Amazon. If you have that already, you want to make sure that you optimize it for the Walmart style guide. So when you build the items, make sure you go to growth opportunities, you check the dashboard in there and you see kind of what the call outs are. You need to also ensure, very, very important when you set up the items, that the product type that Walmart selects is actually accurate for that product, right? So if you set up a hairbrush, but the algorithm thinks that it's dog food, your item is never going to appear in any of the right searches because the Walmart search algorithm is based on a subset of rules per every keyword that pulls in specific product types. So you have to make sure that you get that updated. That's also going to affect the type of content that you can actually apply to the listing in that growth opportunities section. So get your product type changed and then update the content accordingly for the Walmart style guide. Super important. So things that we do, we'll actually vet competitor listings on keywords that are fit for that brand or client. We'll actually look at what the competing product types of already existing page 1 ranking products are. We'll go back and make those changes, and then we'll optimize the listing. Because we work closely as well through our agency partnership with Walmart, we do get a lot of contacts through the strategic account manager program, which are like internal Walmart marketplace kind of merchants on that side who help us a lot with a lot of our brands and getting free review syndication applied, getting the brands engaged in some campaigns early, or flash pick deals, or things like that, to give the brands a little more exposure from the jump.
Okay. Now, is it still the case where I cannot make my Walmart listing price even a few cents less than the Amazon, because then it might lose the buy box on Amazon, or is that not happening as much anymore?
Yeah, no, they definitely do read off each other for the buy box. So you do need, if you're going to take the, promotions on Walmart, you definitely want to do the same on Amazon and vice versa.
So vice versa, can something happen if like I'm running, like, I'm doing a Prime Day deal on Amazon and I lower my price from $19.97 to $14.97? Does Walmart get mad if that happens? Like, do they do something too?
So we have seen some forms of suppression on Walmart, actually, for unpublishing it for pricing. There is actually, you might have noticed this on your items tab. If you go to the error, if you see something unpublished, there is like a reasonable price error that can occasionally happen. Walmart is not as sensitive to it as Amazon. But the other reason why you want to do that too is we've actually seen Walmart get a tremendous lift during Prime Day as well, right? So you want to make sure you have the deal running as well in case someone's going on over to Walmart to check the pricing and capture the sale.
All right, now we're gonna. I just want to go live on Walmart and just find some random listings here. So why don't you give me like a keyword to search or something here on Walmart, like something is like gonna have maybe some mature products.
Yeah, sure. Why don't we look at something maybe like mushroom supplements? I know that's a popular trend.
I have never even heard of that. Mushroom supplements. That is kind of crazy. But I'm just looking here and say the save with Walmart Plus badge. Does that mean that for sure that is a WFS product or potentially a Walmart supplied product, one of the two?
Yeah, so that would mean that it's either in WFS or it's a 1P item, like a vendor manager relationship, or it's in store.
And then so that means that people who have that membership, they get the free shipping, and it's 2 days, basically kind of like Amazon Prime, in other words, right?
Yep, that's correct. And it could even be like, depending on your location, to like a store. If there's a ship from store capability for an item that's in store, you may even get it in like 1 day. But it's essentially very similar to Amazon Prime. You can actually filter on the left side. You can toggle specifically for like Walmart Plus shopping. Okay. So it definitely, want to get in WFS as a marketplace seller for the reasons of getting that, because people are shopping for, 2-day delivery or quicker timing.
Now I'm looking here. I just clicked on this NutriVN because they've got like over 1,000 reviews. And we've talked before about review syndication. Maybe they've done that a little bit. Who knows? But what is this pro seller badge? Like how does somebody get this pro seller badge that we're seeing here?
Yeah, so the pro seller badge has 4 metrics that you have to meet to get the badge. It's cycled out on the 5th and the 20th of each month. So you have two chances per month to get that badge, but it's based on 4 metrics. So you have one, which is for overall listing quality score. So 70% of the trending catalog, I believe, has to have over 60% overall listing quality scores. So things that we were talking about before of checking the product type, updating the content, really important that you go deep dive into there, because that's a metric that a lot of people will miss. One of the other hardest metrics is you have to have 100 orders in the past 90 days. So that's one that, if you're kind of new, right, you're going to have to do some PPC or drive some external traffic to really ramp that up. The other 2 metrics are related to on-time delivery and cancellation, and refund defects. So easier to meet with those, but the 2 others for listing quality scores and then for 100 orders in the last 90 days are the ones that are going to require more work.
Now, another thing I see here is 90-day returns. That seems extreme to me. Isn't Amazon like only 30 days? But Walmart is giving people 90 days to return something?
Yeah, 90 days. And, I go back to, if you're in a lot of the Facebook marketplace groups for sellers, it's been like such a problem. There's been a lot of fraud with returns and issues with that too, which has been like a real challenge for marketplace sellers. It's quite frustrating with, how Walmart's handling a lot of that.
Interesting. Okay, that's something to keep aware of. By the way, I was looking just as we're talking here at the at some of the search volume history of like mushroom powder was like peaking a few weeks ago, and then on Amazon it's like blowing up. Like And this, sometimes you see this. Sometimes it is like 10x, the search volume on Amazon compared to Walmart. But sometimes there might be things that are trending on Walmart. But yeah, I can definitely see why you were talking about this mushroom supplement, because yeah, it's been kind of going bonkers. But anyways, back to this mushroom product here. What about this ad right here? Is this a regular ad that a regular seller can do? This is kind of like in the space of where on Amazon it would be a sponsored display ad, like under their buy box. What kind of ad is this?
Yeah, you can access it through the Walmart Ad Center. Absolutely. Okay. We in-house leverage our partner API for all of our ad management, and we're able to access it as well. Okay, and then can you, like on Amazon, I could choose the ASINs Amazon ASINs I want to advertise on. Is this, can I choose, do I use the product ID of other products, or is it like auto campaigns where Walmart is kind of like steering where these ads show up? Yeah, I believe that ad is still automatic for now. I'll have to double check on it, but okay. I believe that one is. All right, now I'm looking here and there's, I don't know, like if I'm just comparing it to like a Amazon listing, this almost, I would think the product details is kind of like the product description, right? But I'm not seeing like bullet points. Like, is there are these bullet points separate, or is this part of all the same field down here? Yeah, separate fields. So those bullet points there are what Walmart calls the key features. When you're when you're editing the item, that'll be the key features section for bullet points. Everything above that you see where it's like very, very long on this product, that's part of what's called the site description. So it's two separate fields when you're editing an item. Typically, your site description is your kind of like brief paragraph, and then you have your key features, which is the bullet points. This seller has kind of decided to take the site description and really, really lengthen it out, which you can do here. I would assume that if he was to go to the growth opportunities dashboard and look at the listing quality score for that specific site description, it's probably going to say that it's over the maximum requirements for how many characters are supposed to be in there. So that's something to be mindful of. However, I'm going to pull him up while we're talking. I'm going to pull him up in Cerebro because maybe he's like trying to get indexed for a lot of keywords. So I'm going to run Cerebro on him and see if he was successful or not. But yeah, it doesn't seem like a good buyer experience. So if this was your listing, you would not have made the description like that. Yeah, we would prefer to optimize to the callouts that Walmart has within the portal. Okay. Wait a minute. Oh, that's weird. Look at this. As I'm scrolling, all of a sudden the ads change right here. So that's something different than what and here's this same brand sanitary napkin ad is popping up again. Yeah, same brand. Interesting. Yep. Okay. Now I see tons more like all these different specifications, and this is why it takes a lot longer to make a Walmart listing, right? Because like I'm seeing just tons of stuff here that you don't normally, you might not see, and these are stuff that you all have to fill out when you're creating a Walmart listing, right? Yeah, so when you're creating the Walmart listing, and there are multiple ways that you can create a listing now that they've added, but there are many, many attribution fields that you can, do when you're setting up listings or do, after the fact, of course. When you do optimize listings for the content quality scores, they're not going to show like every single attribute. So you may want to go back to listings to refill those in. It's only going to show the ones that are going to be scored against like that specific product type that you absolutely should fill in. But there are many, many attributes that you can go back and always fill in. Okay, good to know. Let's see. As I scroll down here, it says similar items you might like based on what customers bought. Now, is this organic, or is this kind of like an Amazon, product targeting ads where these are all sponsored? That's all organic right there. If you scroll down a little more in the more items to consider, I think you'll see sponsored slots in there. Oh yes. So I even see one organic and two organic and two sponsored. Interesting. Yep. So there's a couple different spots that you can target. Okay, and then the reviews all the way down here at the bottom. Customer, good grief, they've got so many widgets. People complain about Amazon widgets. Walmart's got just as many widgets. Yeah. Here, this is like the 5th different widget here. More items to explore, even. Oh my goodness. Oh, related pages. Oh, I like this. This kind of shows what Walmart is thinking is relevant
to this listing. So I guess this would be kind of a way to make sure that if you've got some random keywords here, that probably means that your listing optimization is not great because Walmart doesn't even know what kind of product you have.
Yeah.
Never noticed this section here.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I don't know if people are even getting to the bottom here. You have to think most people are probably on mobile.
Yeah.
I don't know if people are even getting to the bottom, to this bottom section, but yeah, it's interesting. There's plenty of stuff going on the website.
Okay, I see about 200 or so keywords here in Cerebro that was pulled up on where this product is indexed for, and there it is right there, mushroom supplement. That's how I found it. That was the page that we found it on. And then looks like they're not running sponsored ads on everything here, but that's fine. So like one thing that's different now is I see organic rank and sponsored rank. Correct me if I'm wrong, but like it wasn't before where you could only show up once on Walmart, like either organic or sponsored. But now you can show up twice on the page in each spot. Is that correct?
Yeah. A long time ago, it used to only be like once, but now they've changed. They've changed it a few times how those searching grid placements are. So it went from like 3 slots to 4 slots to having other sponsored slots within the searching grid. Now you can also organically rank at the top. So yeah, a couple of those that are like winning kind of the top of page placement for sponsored, they're also organically ranking pretty high as well.
Okay, cool. Now here's another listing. It's not WFS, no reviews, so I'm assuming it's pretty new, but somehow they already got to page 1, the top of page 1 on this. Okay. So I can definitely see the difference that you were talking about as far as the product details.
Yep.
They have a completely different strategy. Like they went a little bit more hardcore into their bullet points here, and then have the description. Would this be more along the lines of how you would have set up a product here? Yeah.
So this format with the paragraph and then the key features is what the Walmart style guides calls for.
Let's use some quick hitting strategies. Like it could be about launch, it could be about PPC, it could be about listing optimization, image strategy, how it's different. But what are some strategies that you're implementing for your customers that if somebody's just starting, maybe they're trying to manage Walmart on their own, that they can learn from some of your
Yeah, absolutely. So pro seller badge is super important. I know we talked about a couple metrics before, but get into Walmart fulfillment services. That's going to ramp up your timing to get the pro seller badge way quicker, just because you'll be able to convert quicker for 2-day shipping. That'll help your 100 orders in the last 90 days. You're going to have the shipping time metrics that pro seller badge is going to need. So I would say get into WFS when you can. Start with a conservative amount when you send in, and then kind of like forecast out from there, maybe on a basis of what makes sense. I am pushing the product types hard lately because this affects everything with search as well. So please audit your product types, and there are tools out there that you can find your competitors' product types. You can't really see that just by looking at the page, but there are different tools and other methods that you can use to pull the competing product types. So absolutely do that. And then you'll have to submit seller support cases for it. Super important, because if you don't have it, again, you literally will not come up in search. We've seen it over and over and over again. So those are 2 things that are very important. The third thing I would say is external traffic. We can talk all day about running ads and PPC on Walmart, but external traffic is really important as well. We know this from the Amazon side, right? This affects kind of your ranking, and they've taken that feedback. We look at it more from, can you get sales from external traffic to really ramp up quickly enough to kind of increase organic rank. You'll see on Walmart, there's like bestseller tags, there's popular pick tags. Those are algorithmically chosen on products based on conversion during a given period, right? So if you can do page 1 type strategies and things to kind of ramp up the sales volume, you have a really good chance that you can get that tag on a product early.
Do you recommend to all Amazon sellers that, hey, just take your Amazon product and put it on, that same packaging, same everything, and put it on Walmart, just, with Walmart listing optimization? Or are there cases where it's like, you should maybe make a different version, like so that you don't have to worry about that price matching thing, or maybe you think something in a different format is better on Walmart? Or is it pretty much like 99% of the time, just go ahead and take your Amazon product, that same exact thing, stick the UPC on it and put it on Walmart?
Yeah, great question. And this is like what a lot of brands, when they get into Walmart stores, do a lot of the time is they change up the packaging. They have an exclusive size or something like that because it's a different pricing model, right? And so, but you have to remember that in-store listing does go on the website, and so Amazon could crawl that even if it is the identical product that you were selling on Amazon. So it's like a yes and no. Should you have your assortment on Walmart to capture the sales from like similar Amazon products? Like, yes. Would it be good to create something different for Walmart? Yes, if you can, but I know that's a lot of extra work on brands. We talk a lot with brands about creating maybe exclusive Walmart bundle of a certain product or something, but there's costs associated with that, right? You have to get a new UPC. You have to maybe overbox package that to ship into WFS. So it may not be the right move for everyone to do.
Yuzek has a question. I think we kind of answered this earlier, but yeah, as of now, two-step URLs are not against Walmart terms of service. It wasn't against Amazon terms of service for like 10 years. And then all of a sudden it was like, a couple of years ago. So there's, that's why at helium10.com/gems, we have two forms of Walmart two-step URLs that you can use. One is based on the seller, one is based on the brand. And the last time I checked on those, they actually work pretty good in the categories, especially where there's not much competition. When is rich media going to be available for regular? This was something that was available back in the day, right? Or they could use services that offered it, and then they took it away. So let's take that first part of the question first.
Yeah, great question. So for rich media, for video and for 360 spin on a product, you can access that now directly through Seller Center. You could just need to go through a seller support case. There's a specific pathway for rich media if you want video or 360 spin. For like below the fold content and all of that, you'd have to access like a third-party service provider. You can't do it through the portal yet. So there are some different providers on the marketplace website that will host that below the fold content. As far as the storefronts being available, it's supposed to be rolled out sometime this year. We do work with a couple brands that have been enrolled into the beta program with it. So we have been in contact with Walmart, have actually submitted all of the details for the brand stores. So I do expect it to hopefully come out within the next maybe 3 to 6 months.
What other, what last tip of the day? We have, we always on the podcast ask for our 60-second tip. So you've been giving us, tips and strategies throughout this whole episode, but what's something that you can say in like 30 or 60 seconds or less that highly actionable that you think sellers should be taking action on?
Yeah, 100%. I'm going to go back to the product type piece. So actually what I was talking about earlier, to find a competing product type, go onto your competitor page, go onto a competing product's listing, actually click on the listing and right click on the product and inspect the page source code and search for product type, and it will actually show you exactly what the competing product type is. Do that, and then make sure you vet the other keywords, see what other product types are showing up, and go back and submit your seller support case to get it changed. Again, if your product type is not right, you're never going to show up in search. It's a huge problem. But that would be my definitely my biggest tip right now for actually getting into search, because I see so many people complaining they can never find their item, and that's usually the issue.
Let me see. Let's see if we can do that live on this one product that we were looking at. This is something that this guy would have done. This guy's the new one. So you should do this on the sellers who are well established, right? Like the ones who are selling more and have more reviews.
Yeah, so I would say anyone who's organically ranking, I would stay away from the paid, but that one was one that was organically ranking. So yeah, right click and then go to the
inspect.
Yeah, view the page source. So actually not inspect, but you want to view the page source code.
Not inspect?
Yeah, right.
View page source. Sorry, hold on. So right click. Oh, view page source. Okay.
Yeah, so you can do this.
Right.
If you do Control F and you type in product type as one word.
Product type, one word.
There it is.
Product type ID. And then it's right here. Dietary supplements.
Yep. So dietary supplements.
That means they're only in one.
There only ever is one product type assigned.
Oh, there only is one. Okay. So it's not like, on Amazon, sometimes they can be in multi.
Nope, there only ever is one product type assigned. So yeah, for that search term, which we just saw before on the Helium 10 using magnet rate, the volume, that's like one of the biggest ones for that category. So that would make sense then. If you launch a similar product, you want to make sure it gets put in dietary supplements versus maybe going in herbal supplements. Yeah,
that's a cool tip. That sounds like something that Helium 10 should like make a little bit easier. All right. Well, Mark, if people want to reach out to you to ask more questions on Walmart, or perhaps get your clients, or get become one of your clients to get some help with their own Walmart business, how can they find you guys on the interwebs?
Yeah, absolutely. You can shoot me an email. It's mark@vendocommerce.com, and Mark with a K at vendocommerce.com. I'm also on LinkedIn. You can shoot me a message there, Mark Jordan, if you find me. But yeah, I'm happy to chat Walmart anytime.
Awesome. Well, thank you for coming on the show, and maybe we'll invite you back in a year or so and see what's new. Like Walmart's been adding so much stuff lately that I'm sure there's going to be plenty new strategies that you'll be able to share with us. So thanks a lot for coming on, and we'll see you next time.